now to be more specific, again, these really I mentioned already. So beginning, we start from preceding period's balance, last period's balance. Okay, all the transactions we captured later on summarizes to balance sheet really mirrors the accounting equation. Okay, so this slide really just emphasizes the main points that I just covered. During the period, what's important is journalize the transaction as it happens. So we don't wait, we don't put off transactions. As it occurs today, we record it in journal entry. Remember, it's recorded by date, chronological record. And then as it happens, we post them to T accounts. Purpose of T accounts, using an account perspective to summarize information. When it reaches the end of the period, adjustments, the 5 categories, and then we use an adjusted amount to prepare financial statements. Then later this chapter, you'll know how to close the accounts. Specifically, we're only setting back revenues, expenses, dividends back to 0. Okay, this is just how accounting works. So some of the temporary accounts, the more narrow accounts, we just close them out on a periodic basis. Okay, but all the balance sheet accounts, none of the exception, all the balance sheet accounts are permanent accounts. We don't zero them out. Meaning that last year you see $2,000 under cash account, you will still see that $2,000 this year, and then you just add to it. We don't just set it back to 0. Okay, but revenue, expenses, dividends, just by its nature, these are part of retained earnings. So later on, we just transfer the information to retained earnings account. So that is an account that holds all the net income information. Then we just set these back to 0. Okay, worksheet again, just for summarizing purposes. Internal document, not disclosed to creditors or investors. Worksheet just for the purpose of accountants, help them to summarize information, make sure debit equal credit before doing statements. Any questions so far? Oh yes, another thing. I have already posted the detailed slides with the answers on Blackboard already, and also the practice question answers. So you'll be getting practice questions back on Wednesday, but you do have the answers there on Blackboard under course documents. Okay, you can start doing the review by downloading them. All right, in terms of time point, again, just to mention the important parts here, journalizing, posting during the period, adjusting, prepare financial statements, close accounts. These are critical parts that happens the last part of the period. Okay, typically the last few days. We do the adjustments, prepare statements, close the accounts. Okay, but during the period, what happens on a daily basis is the regular transaction that kicks in, then you journalize it, then you post them to T accounts. So this is just in terms of the timeline, how it is being done in each and every accounting cycle.